This is the AKKHAN. Folks, this is not a teaching per se, but it is what we call an ICU. As you folks know, I'm very busy, and recently there's been a new development around my person that I'm dealing with, and I'm also giving my eyes a bit of rest. But I'm stepping in, and I will be stepping in to offer ICUs, right? ICU, as you folks know, it means a couple of things. Basically, I see you, partner. I see you, woman, with what you're saying. I dig it. Also, I see you. I'm giving you what you said, an additional lifeline to, sustain it even more and, back it up even more. So this ICU here is for the beautiful one, LOAHMUN, for her teaching of reason. You folks, as you teach in this period, she's going to step in and offer these ICUs, and you folks can see me too, or see the person I saw, you see, and back and forth. And, if you see me with what I'm saying now, shoot me an ICU. I see you, I could. And I would be giving that. So again, you see me or you giving me an additional lifeline of support as to what I said. Anyway, to Miss LOAHMUN, the love of Ammon. The mystery that we are often orchestrates itself in the form of parables. Or in my case, in particular, I've found that a lot of times I say things and I go to review them, or as life takes its course, I found out the symbolic meaning of what I was saying, or what it actually more deeply intertwined with. So, that said, the LOAHMUN had made a piece of a philosophic comment, or an analogy that she offered, and she had talked about this ball, tossed in the water, and it's surrounded by this substance that is water. And so she carried on with that beautiful point. But I wanted to say, what do you know? She said the ball is the water, and mankind's thing is like a valley of water. Well, what do you know? Mankind is of water. You see another hidden, subliminal understanding about that. That's there. So I just linking it together. Mankind is of water. So obviously that makes perfect sense. The ball is in water, right? So anyway, another thing she had brought up is she had said, just guide yourself and just, I'll say to y'all, just step out, step away, step away from the system. Now, this is easier said than done, but it can be done. Some of us have done it. I have, to a great extent. But I'm saying these few words to suggest that maybe this ought to be a subject of deeper conversation among all of us. Like where we pinpoint the topic and nail it down and arrive at an actual solution as far as the routing or the steps to be taken to do that. Okay? What I'll say is that, the system is so interweaved into our makeup and who we are that one would say that from the outside looking in, it would seem impossible, but it's not. It's actually doable. You can walk away from this thing. But in terms of a group doing it collectively, that's going to take some doing. And so this is a material world. And within the material, which as man we are part of, at a stage, we are called to live and live well. We were supposed to have been living well here, really, cakewalking you know what I mean, as our rest period. But these knuckleheads have done what they've done. They've put us through a nightmare when we're supposed to be resting. And so, incoming is quite a bit of speaking. All right. You know how you trying to sleep, you tell the kids, listen, be quiet. I got to go to work tomorrow. I have things to do. You know, take your bratty ass to sleep, man. I'm trying to sleep. They didn't do that. They kept, you know, causing ruckus while you're trying to sleep. So that's what we've been put through. Anyhow, it's a material world, so we're supposed to be well within it. And so the point that I'm driving is that in terms of advancing and deviating from what it has been and adopting something that is our own, there's still going to be the material world. It just would take some adjustment, and it would take some doing, and it would take some learning, and it takes some infrastructure to begin. And we want to stay away from the material as much as possible, you see. But there is a stretch, as I've said ahead, where we are called to be very advanced. And so such fields as metallurgy is one that one should step into. Field as what is it? Architecture, or fields that are important to step into, to know, just to begin to give the part some infrastructure. And so those are, buildings and you see things of the sort. Obviously, some more advanced technology is going to be implemented. We certainly are not going to be using the Silicon Valley thing that is out there, those semiconductors and the stuff that mankind does. By the way, that's not an Earth technology. That's what's set and brought here. Okay? When you see these green boards everywhere, every piece of electronic you pick up is that's Satan's thing. What it is, well, we'll talk about that in the book of repatriation, but it's a matter of really adopting what is of set on earth. In a way, it's greatly a diminution of what is in fact, or what could be applied as the technology of man, but the way that they go about it, as in when you look at a motherboard per se, that green thing that you see, semiconductors. It's number one. That stuff is not even good for you to touch. You understand me? Really. And what it does, additionally, it diminishes energy. It diminishes energy. The energy that is pertinent to man, because this is not such depth of teaching, but you already understand why that would be in terms of setting. Okay, and such items are produced this way. We're not going to use that. Okay, we have our own technology. It's not that green Silicon Valley thing with lead and copper wiring inside of it. Okay, so where was I? Well, I was saying, in addition to metallurgy, some additional, technologies are going to be introduced within our environment. But those would be, at the start, fabrication, and going in, because we have to have. We don't want to, but we have to, because we have this physique. So we have to have such things as things that provide mobility. We have to have chairs to sit on. We have to have, chest and, dressers to hold things, things of the sort. Mankind could still be doing those for all we care. and we can acquire them for all we care, but we're going to pursue our own thing. So that's that. The other piece that I wanted to add on to what she said is along the same notion of taking off, and that also takes start with, you know, something that I've mentioned it a couple of times, but it is the platform that is smart. Okay, the transfer, or should we say sharing, or circulating of data, information among we men. Okay, this is something that we look forward to, you know, get going and bring to fruition. And so that's that. But I was driven to give this ICU more on the paradox or parallel of this body in water. That would be man in water, where you have in fact that mankind is of water. All right, guys.